Got the new Ronin Katana, Euro model 3.2 in. My original one, the pommel on it was a little twisted. It's off center from the blade and the cross guard. Talked to Cult of Athena about it. That's where I bought it from. And they got a hold of Ronin Katana and talked to them. Got a new sword sent out. Sent mine in. Got a new one out. This one, pommel on it's really straight. No problems there. With this short style handle, I like to hold a couple fingers here and then grip the pommel. Now I can feel the edge alignment a lot better, especially if I do underhanded cuts, or coming from the bottom up. Let's see. I originally had the one that didn't have the markings on the blade. They sent that, which is it was $50 more, but they didn't charge me for it. They just sent me the better or the more expensive one. I don't really care either way about the riding. I just like the sword, but it's nice that they sent out the more expensive one. This is a Type 18C blade, diamond cross section, relatively thin diamond. It's a very wide blade, but very thin. Should be a really good cutter. There are some swords, other swords that are 18Cs made by different companies that are they're known as good competition cutters, basically. The wide blade and the thin, well, wide this way and thin this way definitely helps in the cut. I did sharpen this sword. I went ahead and sharpened it. It was close to paper cutting sharp, a little bit less, so sharpened it up. Now it cuts paper real good. I don't have a piece of paper out here. I would do it, but it is a big wide sword though. Made it hard for me to sharpen on my work sharp. It kept wanting to move. After that I put down I had a piece of wood, put some nails in it, keep my work sharp from moving. But before I did that, I don't know if you can see it on video here, but I did have the work sharp move and scuffed up the tip a bit. I mean, that's just polish. Just polished it weird there. I mean, I could get some metal polishing and take that out if I wanted to, but I don't really care too much about it. I just use the swords. They're gonna get scratched and scuffed anyway. Maybe later I might polish it, but I'm not worried about it right now. See, I forgot to mention steel that's used in this is 1075. So 1075 is a good balance between toughness and holding an edge. 1060, usually doesn't hold an edge as good, but it does a good job. 1095 holds an edge better, but it's a little more brittle. This is in between. The sword is based off the Alexandria Arsenal longsword. It's has the original writing in it here that the original has. 18C style blade. Guard is pretty much an exact copy of it. Try to get it. See, but it'll swept up on in. Nice thin guard. I like to have the thin guards. Some swords are just too blocky here, just adds too much weight. Has a disc pommel. It is peened. They ground it in real good, so you can't really see it, but it is peened. Weighs, I think, 3 pounds 6 ounces or 3 pounds 8 ounces. It's right around 3.5 pounds, either way. Just either right under or right at 3.5 pounds. Point of balance, it's pretty far out on it, but I do like that. It's about probably 7.5, maybe 8 inches. It still feels light, but it feels like it has some blade presence and some good chopping ability. Feels pretty good one-handed too, just moving it around. I mean, swinging it though, it's not the best, but definitely feels feels real nice two-handed. Let's see. Gaps in the crossguard aren't bad either. It's pretty tight for this price range. Forgot to mention the sword without the writing on the bottom. That's $450 with this version with the writing on the bottom. The one without the writing is $400. Albion, they make a couple versions similar to this sword, and this is about a third of the price compared to those. Cold Steel makes one that's, I think theirs is a little over $300, but I don't think it's peened, and it just, I don't know. I just like the look of this one better. Looks like a more imposing sword, like the original. Also 1075, I prefer 1075. They use 1050, which is a little softer. And I think theirs is a screwed on pommel. This one's peened. So blade length I think is about 35 inches. About 9 inches on the grip, not including the pommel, I don't think. Gonna do some cutting with it. Haven't cut with it yet, so my form might not be there. It is sharp, so should be able to if I can do this. I get my good edge on it here. get it there. Yeah, it cuts pretty good. I need gotta get used to where it wants to cut it. Right about here is the where it doesn't vibrate as much when you cut. Ideal spot. Yep, just gotta learn how it wants to cut. Figure out the right place to hit it. Still got a nice thrusting tip. Let's see how wide it is.